Welcome, Aquarius Pisces, to your October Astrodice reading. Hope your friends are doing great out there. If your friends like this, hit that big old like button. Okay, guys, let's get in here and see what's going on with you. Best message coming out. This is where we take astrology with tarot and make a small horoscope for the month using only one of the 12 houses. And remember, we do have the harvest moon on the 6th, so yeah, get ready to reap your rewards. Okay, guys, let's see what we got here. We have Pisces energy coming out. Got the 5th house and Pluto. Okay, so Pluto. Remember, these ask, right? The planets ask what, how, and where. So what is going on? Transformation. Your ability to transform, take a big leap forward, and rebirth. And how is it going to be done? It's going to be done with Piscean energy. The energy is wistful, endlessly loving, compassionate, forgiving, and confuses to soften the resolve the issues. And we're going straight into the 5th house of love. Ooh. Where you have fun, romance, and create things you are proud of. Okay, so let's see what's going on, guys. Getting straight into the situation. The situation is taking place in the beginning of the month, the middle of the month, and the end of the month. So it's definitely transforming into something that you feel very compassionate about when it comes to either love, romance, or something that you are building, making, writing, conducting on that creative side. So let's see. Pluto, please. Personal values. Overwhelmed by your personal values of avoiding any kind of contact and conflict when it comes to this situation, when it comes to having that sudden awareness and acceptance, retreating and withdrawing. For your own choices. Feeling very overwhelmed at the very beginning of the month when it comes to this situation. Feeling like you want to withdraw or retreat. What are you withdrawing or retreating from? The toxicity within the situation, any kind of attachment, addiction, restriction. And we're talking about the 5th house, so it definitely could be a person who has some kind of addictive personality, sexual temptation, some kind of bad behavior. Aligning yourself with your personal values. It's overwhelming you. Okay, let's get in here and see what's going on. Give me a couple of... Time to recharge. Okay. Taking a break, taking a step back from the shadow work. Now that's crazy. You have the shadow self doing some shadow work. So it definitely looks like you're going to be taking a step back. You're going to have to transform the situation. But it feels like you need to come back stronger because this person either this person wants to cause too much conflict or the two of you together is just causing too much conflict. So you need to choose that happiness. But you need to make your lifestyle into that next level. No matter what it is, you need to improve the way you guys are having your social standards, the way you're speaking to each other, talking to each other. This is definitely talking about a romantic relationship. If you know it's not romantic, then it could be a bandmate because we are talking about things you create. So it could be a band member if you're in a band. You know, anything that has to do, maybe you go to an art school, so maybe it's, you know, something has to do with an art person. More than anything, this has to do with love and knowing that you feel like you have to improve. Maybe even yourself. Something within yourself, something that, you know, that's saying, hey, you know what, I have to do this for myself. So if I go back that way, you know, then maybe I feel like I'm kind of like the devil within myself. So I do feel like you need to improve the way you behave as well, because you realize that they're kind of ticking you off, right? Upsetting you, triggering you. That's also a great word as well. So you might need some closure. You're going to need to let go, find new chapters, finally free yourself from this situation, but you won't be able to do that unless you do some shadow work when it comes to the situation. This person might be gaslighting you, and you might be knowing this, right? You like, okay, and maybe you even feel like when you guys are together that you gaslight each other in the end, right? Because you're telling them what they want to hear. So a lot of times they gaslight and people want to gaslight back, um, right? Because that's how you have the breakthrough, right? That's just the situation. I mean, that's just the way the situation ends up, and you're just like, I don't want to do this anymore. So take that how it resonates. If you don't, then you don't. That's fine. But I'm just saying, a lot of times people do. I've seen it. It's like a behavioral pattern that they've built together. A lot of times they've been together so long, you guys end up doing it to one another, maybe not even knowing. Okay. You might be with a high manipulative person who gaslights all the time, and the only way that you feel like you can get through to someone is by doing the same. Okay, and it becomes toxic. The mid-month, you do have the Chariot to the Queen of Pentacles, to the there it is again, to the rest and recharge, relaxation, meditation. So it does look like you're going to be recouping a lot when it comes to this love situation, making progress and action and determination, departing from this situation so that you can nurture yourself back. You might only be thinking right now about yourself and about your job, your children, however, because it looks like you're not going to be worrying about what this other person is doing at this time. And you are recharging your battery. And even here, yeah, watching the red flags. Ooh. You're overcoming the odds and creating your own path for sure. You are definitely watching the warning signs and red flags because you know better. So you definitely are taking this time out, but you are also moving in a different direction. Yeah. You're moving where you want to. That's where the transformation is. You're saying, I'm moving in the direction I want to move in. I'm not going backwards. Self-care Sunday. Love it. Prioritizing your rest, your recharge. Pampering yourself, saying, okay, now it's about me. Maybe before they wanted it all about them. A lot of times you guys are dealing with some kind of manipulative person or emotionally immature person. You could say that, you know, they always want, or codependent, they're always about themselves, right? It's always about them, and you're not giving yourself any time. So it almost feels like you've given everything you can to them. So now you're taking this time now, this month, to give back to yourself. Situational single. I love it. Temporary loneliness, choosing solitude, waiting for better, not settling. I'm not settling for this. Nope, I'm good. I got my coffee, got my cappuccino, my hot chocolate, whatever, and I'm just doing me. Right? It's pumpkin spice season, whatever. So maybe you're getting your pumpkin spice latte, whatever. But no matter what it is, you're saying, I'm not settling. I'm not waiting for this to improve. I'm waiting for something better to come along. Because now it's all about me. See, I made it all about you. And I tried. But I finally made a closure to that. So I just feel like in the middle of the month, you're like, you know what? Maybe I'm just going to close this whole chapter altogether. Because now you're creating your own. That's where it is. See what happened when you actually took that time out to realize, do this shadow work, and started pampering yourself and thinking about yourself. You realized they don't even care about me. They don't even think about me. They want me to think about them, but they don't think about me. They want what they want out of the situation, but that's it. But there's no love here. There's no caring about me. So I'm going to wait for better. I'm choosing myself. Woohoo! Yeah, because I like that, because this one says choosing solitude, but you can also see right here, if she's not settling, she's choosing herself. Look at that. Choosing yourself. You could totally see that. Good going, guys. Good job. You choose yourself. What's happening in the end of the month? The Ace of Wands. Secrets. Tired of your fucking secrets. Yeah. Now you're starting to hear that there's some kind of hidden agendas coming out, some kind of secrets coming out as you're sitting over here. They're telling people that you're shallow, that you're selfish for some of you. I don't know, we'll get there. Oh, fucking third party gossip. Yeah, third party situation gossip. They could be telling some kind of Sagittarius over here. That, you know, Aqua Pisces is so selfish, so right. But it does look like for some of you, I am going to tell you this, that a lot of the toxicity is because of the drinking. Some kind of drinking, some kind of addiction, attachment, partying. Why? Because I have the Three of Cups in reverse, so it does look like there could be this three is a crowd. They could be cheating. And in this point here, it's like, who do you care though? Now we have to ask the question though over here though, is it really cheating though if you already got rid of them? Right, but there's a lot of gossip going around about what they're doing. You're going to start hearing it through the grapevine of how they're with other men or other women. You might even hear it through the grapevine how they're talking about how shallow and how selfish you are. You're going to hear all these secrets. And then they're going to come to you and tell you their misunderstandings. But you have to ask yourself, do I care so much? Because I already told myself I'm waiting for something better. It's going to be different for everybody. And how much you take that, how much you care. There's a lot of overindulgence and a lot of heavy partying. Some of it might even be you. You might even get overindulgent and heavy partying. You might end up isolating yourself and getting really drunk. And then talking some smack to a friend. About how shallow and selfish they are. Yeah, son of a bitch. I'm not even kidding. That literally could be you. I'm telling you. Why? Because we have water Pisces. I know it's Cancer Pisces, but that could be, right? Just saying. Could be you. Could be you over here speaking all this. That son of a bitch. Spreading all this gossip. And it might not even be gossip that's going very far. It could only, might only be, between you and your best friend. But remember, it doesn't matter. Only it takes one person to be gossip, right? So be careful. It could be you getting drunk. It could be you getting drunk at Halloween and being like, that son of a bitch. Or maybe you run into them at Halloween, at some Halloween party, and see them drunk, and you're drunk, and maybe you're spewing, right? So be careful of that. Patience is required with the divine timing and trusting the process. You have the Temperance here, which is talking about the divine timing, about how you're going to heal and how you're getting back to this place of inspiration and new beginnings and that transformation. But like I said, with these serious, commitment issue, there you go. Afraid to settle down, avoiding intimacy, fear of loss of freedom. Maybe all of a sudden it becomes complicated. Maybe, well, I'm just going to put it out there. I know some of you are not going to like that situation, but it doesn't mean it's all of you. If it's not for you, throw it away. But I'm going to tell you, for some of you, it's definitely you thought you were going to do better. You thought you were doing good. But then for some of you, you might drink, smoke, do something, or just come to this realization that's, like I said, that son of a bitch. I love him, right? Or her. And then all of a sudden become complicated. And then all of a sudden you start hearing these stories of gossip of them doing bad things around Halloween. And then it gets you into this place of they're cheating or they're upset because you thought you were going to let them go. And then you come to the conclusion, they're mine. I can't let them go. But through this alone time, they've partied, they've overindulged, and vice versa maybe, or both. But however it is, or maybe it's them. Maybe it's them who feels it's complicated. They can't let you go, so they see you over here. and they start freaking out. Take that how it is. Friend zone. Yep. Coming back and you're like, and it's a friend zone. So maybe they're coming back and you're like, nope, I'm friend zoning you. Because they want to come talk about it. They want to come talk about the situation. You know that's what it is, yeah. See? Talking about it. They want to talk about the situation. Online. Social recognition. I'm going to text you and I want to talk to you about this situation. And you're like, nope, friend zone. So that's it. Either you or them is going to put each other in a friend zone. But somebody's upset about the situation. After all of that, right? Whether it was you who thought you could do it and then you find out you can't do it. Or you're doing very well and then they get drunk and realize they can't lose you. Whatever it is, they feel stuck with their feelings. And you're like, no, but we can be friends if you want to. And you don't even have to. It's just the idea of how you're talking to them is putting them in a friend zone. Okay. Unless you know that someone else that's coming up next to you because they know. There's that other one right there, though, too, that knows that you're not with this person anymore. I'm going to bring this up really fast here. Wait 1 second, because I do see that, too, because you're saying no. Because I just heard it. No, that is the other person because they know that I'm no longer with this person over here. And they want to come over here. And they want to be with me. Okay, that's fine. And you're going to put them into a friend zone. Because you're afraid of settling down, however you want to see it. Because this could also be a different person as well. Who says, hey, look, Aqua Pisces is not with freaking the Capricorn anymore. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna come in now. It's my turn. And you're saying, nope, I see you as my little brother, my little sister, I'm done. Right? You're just my friend. It's safe for you to receive. The more you allow yourself to receive, the more resources you have available to share with others. Open your arms to receive and be a conduit for good coming to you and through you as it blesses the world. Okay. I do love the Pisces in this situation, though, guys, because it is showing how much compassion you're giving to yourself instead of allowing this person over here to have all the power, which looks like they've had quite a bit of the power for quite a bit of time. So until next time, my friends, peace and love. Bye-bye.